for students from 83 different countries here at Vancouver Island University. Today we are celebrating the end of International Education Week.
Today on Go, turning holiday celebrations into education for a Nanaimo mother. The University of Victoria gets silly to raise some serious money, and counting the feathers on birds in Port Alberni. Today on Go.
You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. It is loud in here. There are 83 different countries taking place in International Education Week celebrations here in the cafeteria at Vancouver Island University. Graham Pike is the Dean of International Education. What is going on here today exactly?
Well, there's a lot of noise, as you can hear. This is our celebration of international students and everything that they bring to VIU. So they bring their cultures, their traditions, their languages, their songs, their music, their dance, their food. And we like to give them this opportunity every year to showcase that.
We've only been here for a few minutes, and I'm already witnessing all of the pride that every country brings with them and the camaraderie between countries and between students, and it's really celebratory. And like I said, we've only been here for a few minutes. How important is the international education program to VIU?
Well, it's really important to us. We're trying to create a truly global university here on the campus, and it's so important that we have all these different cultures and that they have an opportunity to show us what they can do to teach us, as well as us teaching them.
I'm getting the sense that many of them are not shy. They can't get up on that stage fast enough.
That's true. No, we have some great extroverts here, and they love this opportunity to really show things about their culture that they're really proud about.
Thank you. As we'll see later on this edition of Go Island, there is a flip side to international education where students from here study abroad, and we'll talk about that later, as I said, on Go Island. In the meantime, one event that you might connect with Vancouver Island University is the Festival of Trees. It is coming up very soon, the late November. We're going to introduce you now to a local single mother who benefited from all the funds that are raised at the Festival of Trees. Here's Annette Lucas. The 18th Annual Festival of Trees runs November 19th until the 30th at the Vancouver Island Conference Centre in downtown Nanaimo. You can get a complete list of scheduled events on their website. And we'd just like to note that Shaw TV will be decorating a tree in the festival this year, so be sure to go down and vote for us. If you can't attend one of these scheduled events, there is a public viewing being held of the trees on November the 28th from 10 until 3. We are at Vancouver Island University right now in the cafeteria, celebrating the end of International Education Week. We're going to talk more about that later on this edition of Go. But in the meantime, from one higher education institution to another, here's Dan Kahn at the University of Victoria. For more information on the United Way in central and northern Vancouver Island, you can visit their website, www.uwcnvi.ca. We'll be back with more from the Vancouver Island University cafeteria as we celebrate International Education Week after this.
Still ahead today on Go Island, a Qualicum Beach teen's success in show business, Port Alberni artist Walt Collins, and classical music in the Cowichan Valley. That and more still ahead today on Go.
You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4, and we are here in the cafeteria at Vancouver Island University celebrating the end, the culmination of a week of international celebrations because International Education Week has just completed. That was a long way for me to say that, but we're going to keep going. Celia White has studied abroad, just came back from an internship in India. What's the benefit to your education being able to go and study overseas? And I know that's a huge question.
Yeah. Most of all, it's the ability to understand myself and my own culture and to gain skills that I may not necessarily have access to at home. So seeing other people's perspectives, lessons, wisdom from other places around the world and different worldviews helps me to understand my own assumptions and my own worldviews better, and also allows me to have a more holistic sense of the world and my place in it is a big part of studying abroad, and also many skills that I wouldn't necessarily develop here, like intercultural relations, the ability to resolve conflict in different environmental and cultural settings, and language proficiency.
You're sitting at a table here, WUSC. What is that?
It's WUSC. It stands for World University Service of Canada, and it's a Canadian-based organization that works overseas. There is committees at almost every university across Canada, and it works in a variety of human welfare projects. One of the main projects is the Student Refugee Program, which sponsors students who've grown up in refugee camps and don't necessarily have any access to get out of the camps. It sponsors them to come to a Canadian university, gain Canadian citizenship eventually, and also get an education here. So far we've sponsored 6 students, and this is just the beginning of our 5th year existing as a committee.
VIU is really working hard to become an international, global education institution. Does the role that they play in global education, and I mean 83 different countries represented here, did that play a big role in you choosing to attend school here in Nanaimo?
Yes, my choice to attend VIU was for a multiplicity of reasons, but a big factor was the opportunity to take internships abroad and field schools, also the opportunity to meet so many different people from different areas of the world. Even the Student Refugee Program here has taught me so much, because I'm able to work directly with the students that we sponsor, and they're coming from a place that I've never experienced, having grown up in a refugee camp. And they have a world of information to share with me, and the learning curve has been really steep but really rewarding for me.
It's inspiring. Thank you. It makes me want to come back and do my education all over again. Someone who is also starting out on his career path, well on his way. We're going to revisit now Harrison Hood in Qualicum Beach. And from what I gather in the short time since we originally produced that story with Harrison Hood, he's already auditioned for yet another, at least one, television series. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. We're at the Vancouver Island University campus here in Nanaimo in the cafeteria, celebrating the end of International Education Week. We're going to throw things over now to Jenny Fortin in Port Alberni. How many bird species do you think are on Vancouver Island? You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. I'm Kate Bergen. We're standing here with Jesus, and you can say your last name.
Lozano Villarreal.
Yeah, that's why I got him to say it, although I tried off camera and did not too bad, apparently. Jesus has just finished his master's degree in business here at Vancouver Island University, and he was the guy up on stage emceeing all of the celebrations for the end of International Education Week. How did you end up on stage there?
Well, I got a call from Stephanie Haslam, that is the director of the Multicultural Education, and she just asked me if I want to be part of the Multicultural Festival. I enrolled myself with as a student ambassador when I came to Canada, since I didn't have an orientation when I came in. So I thought it was a good way to give back to VIU, helping all the ESL students to get used to Canada, to get used to VIU.
And you were saying that a lot of the students who come here are coming from big cities, Mexico City, Dubai, and they get into Nanaimo and it's like a bit of a culture shock.
That's the first thing that happens when you come to Nanaimo, right? You arrive to the airport and you're used to the big airports, right? In Mexico City, Monterrey, Guadalajara, Dubai, right? And you come here and it's, first of all, it's no traffic. And you're like, well, wow, right? So you have all these expectations. And
closed?
Then you realize you're living on an island, right? It's like, how do I get out of here, right? But the thing is, like, that's when student ambassadors came in, right? They show you around, they show you how to get involved and get in touch with the community. I don't know, volunteer, getting into use of the VIU rec activities. And it's just amazing, right? There is so much things to do in Nanaimo, like hiking, fishing, tubing, rafting. They just need someone to make them feel welcome, and well, that's what I do here.
How do you describe the energy amongst the international students? 83 different countries. I mean, I think, yes, it's a great education, but what a life experience that people get here.
Well, it is amazing, right? Like, and to be honest, everyone and each one of us is completely stoked to be in Canada. Like, we are in Mexico, we're in Dubai, we're everywhere we are, and we're just thinking about this, like, I'm moving to Canada in a year, 6 months, 3 months, 1 month, right? You're just waiting for this, right? So when you actually come here, it's unreal, it's unbelievable, because Nanaimo is a great city. You just need to find ways to do it. You can volunteer with the Child Development Center. You can find a rugby team with the Nanaimo Hornets and just have fun in this amazing city.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The energy is contagious. I can feel the excitement. Welcome. And I think sometimes we do take for granted that we can call, someone like myself can call Canada home from day one. We're going to throw things over now to Terry Church. It's classical music in the Cowichan Valley. From classical to marimba, it's a party here at the Vancouver Island University Cafeteria celebrating International Education Week. That brings us to the end of this edition of Go Island. It's time to go dance with students from more than 83 different countries. We'll see you next time on Go Island.